I've had some really exciting conversations this year. Here are the highlights.
It's a very conscious effort for me to do something that challenges me every year. I do one of those. But I also do those where I can put my hair down and just look pretty. I'm a girl, I love doing it. I love blockbuster Hindi movies. It's my favorite genre of film. Whether it's in Hollywood or in Bollywood, you take me for an X-Men, I would much rather go see that than I would see a film which tells me a serious story. I'm that audience. It's fun sometimes to just let the boys do all the work. It's so good to just like look pretty and do the songs and do like 5 scenes and let the boys like sweat it out and do the action. It's fab. I sit down and laugh under my umbrella.
Nawaz, is there a class bias? Is there a color bias? मुझे याद है काफ़ी साल पहले मनोज बाजपेयी was cast by Shyam Benegal as the Prince in Zubeda. और काफ़ी लोगों से मैंने सुना कि लेकिन वो तो प्रिंस लगता ही नहीं है और आई थिंक वो ये कहना चाह रहे थे कि लेकिन वो फेयर स्किन नहीं है.
हाँ, चक्कर ये कि जो लोग बोल रहे हैं उन्होंने एक्चुअल प्रिंस देखे ही नहीं है. इंडियन प्रिंस जो प्रिंस होते हैं वो देखे नहीं, उन्होंने फिल्मों में देखे हैं प्रिंस, तो इसलिए उनकी इमेजिनेशन वहीं तक जाती है
कि प्रिंस हो तो गोरा होना चाहिए.
प्रिंस हो तो जो हमने फिल्मों में देखा है वैसा होता है. एक्चुअली अगर वो अभी लखनऊ के नवाब भी देखें वो भी हमारे जैसे ही है. कोई वो मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई एलियन है या कुछ अजीब सा कुछ स्किन करा के लेके आए.
Ranveer, what have you discovered about yourself as an actor since Band Baja Bharat? How have you changed?
I'm not a pain to work with anymore.
Were you a pain?
Oh yeah.
What did you do?
Anushka Sharma, if you're watching this, I am so sorry for being such a pain in the behind. I just didn't know any better. And thank you for guiding me through that process. I just didn't know any better. I'm really sorry. And I hope I was much easier to work with in Dil Dhadakne Do. I had consciously thought to myself, I'm going to be the best co-actor for Anushka and try and make up for those 2 films that I did when I didn't know any better.
So what would you do? Like what?
I'm just painful. Like before the take, I'm just like getting in the zone, doing my own thing. I'm either skipping or just like rapping off my lines so that they sit on my tongue better. And I was really painful to work with. Even Manish, I would love to work with him again to show him that I've evolved and I'm a much easier actor to work with. Because I mean, you pull, as a co-actor or a director, you have a guy like that, you pull your hair out. You know?
You said somewhere that I want the mind of a 40-year-old with the body of a 20-year-old.
That would be nice. But even a 40-year-old, maybe that would be more apt for me to. I'm so aware of getting, older. I see actors that are older. I just feel, this is the peak time. It's lovely, the 40s. You have a sense of history. I'm aware of death. I lost my father, and so I just know that's where we're all going. So.
You've matured.
I hope so, but I'm saying maybe this is more apt for somebody who's 60, 70 to say, I wish I had a body of a 20-year-old, because a 40-year-old's got a great body also, It's not that he's packed up or he's like very old. I in fact joke with my wife sometimes saying, look, that woman has 40-year-old arms because they're super toned. When you see a woman looking unbelievably good,
she's 40.
It is unbelievable. She's had some help, and the arms are like, really toned. You watch it a lot on American television. I call them the 40-year-old arms, They're much better than the 20s and the 30s.
I wanted to ask you that when you, shifted to New York to make it as an actor, you changed your name from Ramon Estevez to Martin Sheen. If you were debuting today, if you were entering the industry today, would you still do that?
No.
Do you think there'll be any danger of ethnic typecasting?
Not today, no. In fact, I still have a deep regret that I did that. But I never changed my name officially. I just started using this make-up name. Screen name. And I didn't know if it was going to work. But I was having difficulty as Ramon Estevez getting employment anywhere, not just in show business. So although I didn't look, the typical, what you might think of as Hispanic or Latino, still the name kind of tagged me. And I remember when Emilio began to become interested in being an actor, and he said, I'm going to change my name. I begged, oh, please don't. I said, there'll be an enormous Hispanic population by the time you're an adult, and you've got to trust it. You know, don't make the same mistake I did.
January '92, you joined Rakeshji as an AD on Khel, and then subsequently you assisted him on several films, Karan Arjun and Koila and King Uncle. How did being an assistant director shape you as an actor? What did that do for you?
Well, first of all, it grounds you completely. Knowing how hard the people behind the camera work just takes away all of the fake ego, pride that an actor or a star might attain if he has no knowledge of what happens behind the camera. Just the travel, staying hungry, just the patience and the waiting for the star when he is having some kind of a, what shall I call it, you know, actors have problems with this. The hair's, something's wrong with the hair, and I'm looking at the hair, and the hair's fine, man. Dude.
So are you a better behaved actor because you've been an AD?
No.
No?
No.
It didn't do nothing?
It made me aware.
But that's it.
In fact, it's worse. Because I know what I'm doing, my hair's not right, I need to get my hair right, all right? And at the same time, I know I'm being that guy who I hated as an assistant. I know these assistants are thinking that of me now. What the what do? I still need to get my hair right. So, but at least it makes you aware.
Anurag Basu saw you in a coffee shop
No,
somewhere.
he didn't.
Where did he see
He just
you?
wants to have this Raj Kapoor aura around him. He did. I need to clarify.
Let the record show.
I need to clarify this. He did spot me in a coffee shop. I did like some 25 auditions. Every day they used to take an audition and then reject it in the night. And then by 25th audition, I got to know that Chitrangana Singh is the right girl for the role because the girl has to be a mother of a 5-year-old. And I was like, okay, fine. And luckily, her husband, Chitrangana's husband, asked her to quit films. And just when the schedule...
Luckily for you, that is.
Just when they were about to go to Seoul for their schedule, I was called. Do you have a passport? And I'm like, no, I don't. They're like, okay, phone down. You call again. Can you get a passport in 1 week? I said, I'm going to try my best. And that's how I landed the role. They didn't have an option.
परिंदा रिलीज इन पंजाब. पिक्चर जगू खत्म नहीं हुई, 3 से 6 का शो था. 4-5 बजे मुझे फोन आता है, गुरदीप था उसका नाम डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर का. कहना सर मर गए, बर्बाद हो गए, पिक्चर तेरे उड़ गई, खत्म. मैंने उसको बोला क्यों ओपनिंग ले ली? कहना जी हाउसफुल है. मैं क्या फिर क्यों है? कहना सर मर गए, खत्म हो गया, फिनिश है. तो सीधा सो की कर. मैं क्या हुआ? कहना अनिल और माधुरी ने मार देता नाना ने. वो मर गए. सारा हॉल कह रहा ड्रीम सीक्वेंस है.
So, Nafisa, when you see the film, from what you remember, who do you like as an actor in the film? Who do you like in the film? Which person do you like?
That's very difficult because I think everybody played their parts so well.
No, but you like somebody.
I'm the only one here, so you may as well say.
I love Shashi.
Shashi, huh?
I love Shashi because it portrayed him in a character that never had been seen.
Being played by him.
Yeah, and he was so handsome.
Of course.
And he was such a great actor. And the whole experience, just watching him, was like it was and everyone together. It was like a feast, you know. And I'm so fortunate in my first film to work among such great people, which has in a way made me or molded me into who I am today, because I see things differently through all their experiences and eyes.
But basically you like Javed Khan.
because I hated him in the beginning. I would try to run away from him all the time. And in the end, of course, his passion, his junoon made me truly love him.
Wow.
I got exposed to poetry, I think, to Gulzar Saab, the lovely poetry he wrote in that film. And there began my journey, I would say, with words, and I suddenly started reading poetry because of this film. I still remember that lovely poem. Shall I just recite it? I think this is the first poem I ever kind of wrote down watching a film, and I kind of marked it, and I said, I have to recite it, and I kept on reciting. I hope I can remember it. It went like, ए मौत तू एक कविता है, तुझसे एक कविता का वादा है, बोल मिलेगी मुझको. डूबती नब्जों में जब दर्द को नींद आने लगे, जर्द सा चेहरा लिए चांद उफक तक पहुंचे. दिन अभी पानी में हो, रात किनारे के करीब, ना अंधेरा ना उजाला, न रात न दिन. जिस्म जब खत्म हो और रूह को जब सांस आए, तुझसे कविता का वादा है, बोल मिलेगी मुझको.
If there is one thing that could be changed in the Hindi film scenario right now, what would you want it to be?
Perception of beauty.
That's what bothers you the most?
Because that idiotic, dumb-ass perception of beauty, which is the derivative of the worst aspects of our colonial past, makes us ignore genuine talent, acting talent from all over the country, and go for photogenic people with 1/10 the caliber.
How do you get the visibility to bridge the gap? If you come to that point, to bridge the gap, if you don't have a star, you have new people, then you need visibility in in public to get them to the theaters. So somewhere you have to sell faith to the money man, so he puts his money on your vision. So that comes either through a star or the complete belief of the money man in you. So somewhere you have to con, either the star or the money man.
Actors are many things. They can be vain and irritating and self-serving, but that all of them, the really good ones, are extraordinary storytellers. And so I really wanted to put the responsibility give actors the responsibility of storytelling.
Do you watch Indian movies? Have you seen anything
Yes,
that you like?
Well, I grew up watching Indian movies because my mother, I was a kid, right? And, I grew up in Ukraine. And Indian movies are very popular there, first of all. My mother loves Indian movies. So, of course, when I was a kid, each time there was an Indian movie on TV, she was like, okay, right, we're sitting down, everybody get ready. It's an Indian movie. So, yeah, I grew up watching them. And, of course, I'm a big fan. And not only I love India as a country, it's a beautiful country, and I would like to explore it more because it's so big. And I've only been to Bombay, and I filmed in Bollywood once because I was doing a movie commercial, and we actually filmed in Bollywood.
Did you like these conversations? Did I miss out anything? Is there anyone you want me to talk to? Please write and do subscribe to Film Companion.